Here's Craig Gentry. He'll get us started in this one under the lights.
Baltimore, left fielder Craig Gentry.
And we are underway here in the Bronx as the first pitch of the evening is taken for ball one. And as the Yankees get started here tonight, Harold, they come in winners of 2 straight, and they've been playing some good baseball as well.
Well, they won their game last night. I think that's a big sign. They're starting to play good baseball. I talked to the manager. He loves how they compete.
And back-to-back pitches out of the zone to begin the evening. It's 2-0 now. Here it comes. 3-0 now. On deck, the dangerous Adam Jones. From the windup, the 3-0 pitch. Takes a knee-high fastball.
Finally got one over. Nothing worse than starting the game with a 4-pitch walk.
And that misses ball 4. So not the start he was looking for tonight as he walks the leadoff hitter on 5 pitches.
That is not the way he wanted to start off this half inning. It's one thing to walk the leadoff hitter, but it's even more painful when the leadoff hitter is an absolute burner and he can really wreak some havoc on the bases.
Look over from Sabathia. Here's the pitch. Adam Jones is at the plate as he looks at ball 1. So let's take a peek at the officiating crew in this one. Behind the plate is Kenny Jansen.
You know, Jansen's a guy that's not worried about all the metrics. He's going to call his zone. And if you're pounding the ball in one spot, he's going to call it, particularly off the plate.
Called strike at the knees. Evens the count at 1-1. Previous history with Sabathia, 21 knocks in 73 tries. He's also hit 5 out of the park against him. There's a swing and a ball hit in the air, and a ball that he got every stitch of, as that one, without a doubt, is gone. A 2-run shot here for Adam Jones as the Orioles are now out to a 2-0 lead.
That is why you can't walk the leadoff hitter. The solo shot and the damage just kind of snowballs. Tough one to swallow.
Into the box, Manny Machado. He'll get to take his first cuts here.
Third baseman number 13, Manny Machado.
Now the first pitch from CC. Thought he had the inside corner that time, but it missed for ball 1.
Pretty good pitch and a great take there. There's not a lot you can do with that slider breaking down, and unless you can catch it way out front and hook it down the line, you see a lot of swinging misses on those.
Throw on to first, so a good comeback there as he gets the first out of the inning. And now the starting lineup for the visiting Baltimore Orioles. Dan Plesac, who are you focused on?
Well, I love watching Manny Machado do his thing. His confidence is soaring right now. A 4-for-4 performance in his last game. He's swinging the bat really well. He just looks real comfortable at the plate. I don't know if you even want to throw to him right now if you're the opposing team.
Here's Mark Trumbo now. Into the windup and the pitch. And the changeup is way low that time. And this is down at knee level as it's chopped foul at home plate. From the windup, the 1-1 pitch. Off-speed pitch in the dirt as he takes it for a ball.
Well, I kind of wonder if he's not being as aggressive as he was before that home run. Hey, this is a guy that can burn you again, so I don't really blame him.
That's ball
3-1.
It's clear he just hasn't been able to find any rhythm out there. Pretty much unable to hit any of his spots, and Now he's at 3-1, and he's put him into another great hitting count.
Hit hard toward the right side, but good hands over there at first, and that becomes out number 2.
Batting fifth, first baseman number 19, Chris.
Here's Chris Davis now. Previous history with Sabathia, 7 hits in 38 ABs. He also has 1 home run. Now a shot to center field. Back goes the center fielder, but this ball has plenty behind it, and it's a home run. It's a solo home run for Chris Davis. And the Orioles have now taken a 3-0 lead.
Now that ball was an absolute tape measure blast. Probably one of the farthest home runs you'll see all season. And as Show Track tells us, it was projected at exactly 450 feet. That's one that'll make the highlight shows later on for sure.
Batting sixth.
Here's Jonathan Scope now.
Jonathan Scope.
As he'll take a look at a pitch too low, it's ball 1. 3 runs already home here. And this is fouled at the plate. And he took something off of it there. It's 1-2.
Here we are in the first inning. We're watching adjustments be made after giving up that extra base hit. Now that's better location. He's going to have a better day if he does that.
Here's the 1-2 delivery. Misses, ball 2. Now here's the pitch. And Sabathia misses here. It runs full now, 3-2.
Having a hard time putting this hitter away here. And when I was looking at the tape on him from his last start, this is what I saw a lot of. He's not closing the door on guys. And when that's the case, they eventually get a pitch that they can do something with.
Hit on the ground to third. Throw to first in plenty of time, and the side is retired. So 2 home runs in the inning lead to 3 runs on the scoreboard. We'll move on to the bottom half of inning number 1. The O's lead this thing 3-0. And there you see Jacoby Ellsbury as he'll lead things off here in the home half of the
Leading
first.
off for the Yankees, center fielder Jacoby Ellsbury.
Takes a look at one catching the outside corner. Harold, one of your former uniforms, the Orioles, as they begin play here tonight. They've been playing some pretty good baseball of late as they've won 6 of their last 8 games.
We're looking at one hot ball club right now. They're playing well coming into the game, and now here we are in the bottom of the first inning, and they've already got a 3-0 lead. This team is on a roll. They're doing everything right.
Gentry has to retreat a bit, but he gets there for out number 1. A moment now from Yankee Stadium to take a look at Joe Girardi's starting lineup. What's the key to sending fans home smiling tonight, Harold?
Well, you're already down 3. You can't worry about that. Still play with your game. You got a lot of baseball left. Get maybe 1 inning. Chip away. Try to get at their pitcher and get your team right back in the game.
Here comes the first pitch. Brett Gardner started to go around, but it's a called strike, 0-1. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. And a base hit as that's into left, and they've got themselves a base runner.
Well, that's a perfect example of taking a ball inside out. You know, you hear that terminology. Stay inside the ball. Right there, he took a ball inside and shot it the other way for the base hit.
Settling in now, Gary Sanchez. He's not among the league leaders in home runs, but his total does top this ball club. Prior to the at-bat, a check on first. And the runner back. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. And that misses for ball one.
Well, that ball's high as a strike in the zone can go, but umpires don't like to reward pitchers on that one. They want to make you get the ball down, so he called it a ball. Throw it down, you get the strike.
Here's the 1-0. On the ground to second base. This could be two. Hardy for one. On to Davis at first. It's a double play, and the side is retired. 4-6-3. They roll it up to get out of the jam. Don't touch that remote. More on MLB Network right after this. Here's Chris Johnson now. He'll stand in now against CC Sabathia to get the inning started.
Designated hitter, Chris Johnson.
Too high that time with the inning's first pitch. It's ball one. Here it comes. Not quite reaching 90 with the fastball, but it's 1-1 now. 1-1. Here it comes. Now a ball pulled hard but fouled off to the left.
Well, he fouls off that fastball right there, and you wonder, does he love his fastball enough to come back with it 3 times in a row?
Good job to spoil that one away, and he stays alive.
That's probably not what he wants to do with 2 strikes right there with the fastball. He is fortunate he just fouled it off.
Look out. That one almost got away from him. 2-2 now. Here it comes. A swing and a miss on a ball way out of the zone, and there's one away.
All right, here's how the Yanks line up defensively. Brought to you by Majestic.
Batting 8.
I'm looking down there at Brett Gardner. You know, Yankee Stadium made this guy one of the best defenders because it's so spacious. He had to go a long way to center, and being left-handed, he had to backhand a lot of balls. So as a result, he learned how to get great jumps on the baseball and makes great plays.
J.J. Hardy stands in as he checks his swing here for strike one. 1 out, nobody on. Think he held up in time, but that becomes moot as it's a called strike 2. The windup and the 0-2 pitch. And a fastball in the dirt that's taken for a ball.
Okay, so now is where I think you pull the string. Throw the El Cambio up there. Hasn't seen it yet, and I think he's set up for it right here.
And that slider's almost in the dirt. Into the windup. Here comes the 2-2 pitch. 3-2 now.
Not what you want to do on the mound. Go from 0-2 to 3-2, but credit the man in the box for being patient, even with 2 strikes.
And he misses here for ball 4. Already 2 walks surrendered in his first couple of innings of work.
The catcher, number 36.
Coming to the plate now, Caleb Joseph. First shot for him here with a runner at first now and 1 away. And he lays off there, 1-0. Runners on first with 1 down. And a good heater as he just watches this baby, a ball and a strike.
What a great adjustment. The high fastball in the first one didn't have a good release point. The next one he's able to put it on the corner, correcting himself as the at-bat goes on. I love it.
Here it comes on 1-1. Chop foul over towards the coaching box. A ball and 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. Again, he sends it out of play. Tough pitch to lay off there, but he did, and it's even up at 2-2.
Seems like he's thrown everything at him, the kitchen sink, and he just fouled him off. So he tried to throw something right there and make him chase, and he didn't. So I don't know where he goes from here.
Skied into straightaway right. Judge is under it. 2 gone. And he will scurry back to first as he'll think twice about trying to move up.
Up next for the Orioles, left fielder Craig Gentry.
Digging in to try it again, Craig Gentry. No official at bat for him, but he has scored a run in this one. First pitch on its way. Swinging a ball line hard towards short. And that's in there. Base hit.
Now that's a swing you want to put in your memory bank. He's got off to a slow start here in April, but that's something to build on. And if he can continue to move forward, we'll see him get the average up soon.
Here's the center fielder now, Adam Jones.
Hard liner, but
Flipped to second, and with that, the side is retired. Orioles strand a couple, but they're on top by a count of 3-0. The left-handed power bat of Greg Bird digs in now. It's been a really slow start to the season for him, as you can see by the April numbers on your screen. Ball one. Good swing, just got to try and straighten that one out.
Oh, he's going to want that pitch again. That ball's right down the middle in his wheelhouse. His eyes lit up. He just didn't let it travel deep enough where he could square it and keep it fair.
Skied in the air to straightaway left. Gentry will wait on it, and he's got it for out number one.
Time now for a look at the majestic defensive alignment of the Orioles. And in the outfield, he's got Mark Trumbull. He's starting to figure out the outfield, but let's be honest, his bat's putting him in the outfield right now. They want that bat in the lineup, and there just wasn't room at first base. His natural position, he's figuring out the defense, but man, can he hit.
Into his windup, here comes the 1-0. And he misses again, 2-0. Bases are empty, one man out.
Yeah.
2-1 now.
He's gotten a favorable call or two at the plate in this at bat, so that take on 2-0 is probably a result of feeling like the umpires got a pretty tight zone. Didn't go his way that time, though.
Drilled to first. Fielded cleanly by Davis, and he'll take it to the bag himself for the out.
Batting sixth, the shortstop, Didi Gregorius.
Here's Didi Gregorius. His career numbers against Kevin Gausman: 4 hits in 23 at-bats. Into the windup and the pitch. Takes a high fastball for a strike. Set to deliver the 0-1. And a fastball just a bit high. Even at a ball and a strike. Here's the pitch. No offer on that one. 2 balls and a strike. Into the windup. Here's the 2-1 pitch. This is hit high in the air out toward left center. And Jones will make the catch, and the inning is over. 1, 2, 3 go the Bombers. They trail it here 3-0. Here's Manny Machado now. 0 for 1 for him here in this one.
Third baseman number 13.
First pitch on its way.
Machado.
Here's a sinker to start him out, but he wouldn't bite. It's ball 1. And he takes a cold strike 1. A 1-1 count. Here's the pitch. And that one stayed too low, apparently. CC ready with the 2-1. Swing and a little tapper. Foul ball, strike 2. Now the 2-2 home from Sabathia. Hard hit to first. Bird fields it cleanly, and he'll take it to the bag himself for the out.
Up next for the Orioles, right fielder Mark Trumbo.
Digging in for his second at-bat, Mark Trumbo. 0 for 1 here in the early going. First delivery to him on the way.
Nope,
And a
that's a
fastball just below the knees, ball one. One out, nobody on. Squared that one up just a little late. Fouled off again, and now he's in a 1-2 hole. Bounced softly in front of the plate. Throw on to first is in time, and Sabathia has got himself 2 quick outs.
The first baseman, number 19, Chris Davis.
Stepping in and ready for another shot, Chris Davis. He went deep in his first at-bat. We'll see what he's got in store for us here. Good fastball from Sabathia to start the at-bat. It's strike one.
Well, Matt, if I use the cliche, it's not how you start, how you finish, it would apply right now. A couple innings ago, he had a rough inning. Didn't look good. But now he's starting to settle in a little bit better. He may be.
Well, the play's been made, and that retires the side. Nice job there by CC Sabathia. Now let's see if the bats can come to life. They're down 3-0. Matt Holliday standing in now. He'll step in to start things out here against Kevin Gausman.
Matt Holliday.
Just a bit high that time as he misses for a ball. Ready with the 1-0 pitch. Very weakly on the ground, but it's foul, strike one. Here's the 1-1 delivery. A little bit outside. 2-1. 2 balls and a strike. Here it comes. Now a ball fouled down the right field line, out of play, so that'll move the count to 2-2 now. Into the windup. Here comes the 2-2 pitch. Swing and a little blooper to center. Coming in is Jones. He's got it 1 away. And with 1 away, time for a check of the standings in the American League East as you get a look at where these 2 teams find themselves entering play. Here's Chase Headley. First shot for him here as he comes in, currently leading the junior circuit in hitting. A fastball here as he'll take a look at ball 1. 1-0. The 1-0 delivery. Now it's 2-0. From the windup, the 2-0 pitch. There's a changeup over the outside corner.
Pretty lucky to get away with that one. There's not a situation ever where you want to throw a high changeup, so I think he'll try to make an adjustment with the next one he throws.
He's fallen behind now, 3-1. Hit hard up the middle. On to first, and Headley's retired here, 2 away.
Batting ninth.
Here's big Aaron Judge. His career numbers against Kevin Gausman, 0 for 4. Turned on that one and crushed it. Just pulled it a little foul. Another one fouled off, and he's quickly behind 0-2. The windup and the 0-2 pitch.
Got him swinging. Made him chase outside the zone that time, and that puts an end to the inning.
The Yanks go 1-2. Still down 3-0.
Leading off for the Orioles.
Ready for another chance. Jonathan Schoop comes into this at bat 0 for 1 in the ball game. Right back to work is Sabathia as he gets ahead of the first batter here. 0-1. That misses wide. 1 ball and 1 strike. Swing and a miss out in front of a changeup.
Oh, Matt, look, it's real simple. If you're going to throw the ball down the middle in the big leagues, you're going to get hammered. He's got to put the ball in the corner if he wants to have any chance.
And they'll try to get him fishing there, but he won't offer in the dirt, and it's back to even at 2-2. Now a little pop-up off toward the first base side. And no one will get this one. Now the fastball is right by him as he swings and misses for the first out of the inning. So after getting the strikeout on the fastball, not a bad time to check out our pitch speed comparison for our two starters. And you can see both guys into the 90s. One guy well into the 90s, 97 versus 91 on the top velocity so far. Ellsbury is under it, and that's the second out of the inning.
The batter, number 2. Shortstop.
So bases are empty here with 2 gone, and in steps the shortstop, J.J. Hardy. Too high, 1-0.
Ball 1, no strikes.
The windup and the 1-0 pitch. Pitch swung on and hit in the air. Calling for it, Ellsbury. He makes the play, and that'll end the inning. Fair to say, oh my goodness, these folks are not headed for a career on Broadway. More baseball on MLB Network right after this. Here's the center fielder, Jacoby Ellsbury. He's 0 for 1 thus far.
Fielder, Jacoby Ellsbury.
And that misses low and away, ball 1. Now the pitch home to Ellsbury. Now a swing and a miss, and I don't think he was expecting a pitch inside. It's 1-1.
Two things pitchers really love: called strike threes and jamming hitters. How about that? Talk about that jam right there. That's about as good as it gets.
And a good effort as he's able to gather it in and make the play for the first out.
Brett Gardner.
Here's Brett Gardner now. 1 for 1 after a single his first time up. Takes a look down at the knees for a strike. The 0-1 on its way. A little bouncer, but it gets foul. Now here it comes. And another foul ball.
Well, I think he's trying to get that 2-strike fastball out of the zone. Just caught too much of the plate right there. Fortunately, he fouled it off instead of putting it in the seats.
And he looks at a ball, 1-2. No runs, just 1 hit, and no errors for the Yankees so far. Swung on, and he went fishing in the dirt. He makes the throw to first, 2 down. Striding in once again, Gary Sanchez. And Dan, it seems like this starter is just dominating the game right now. Feels like we're seeing a lot of 3-up, 3-down innings.
No doubt about that, Matt. Hey, I've enjoyed watching him go about it.
And the throw to first is there. The inning is over. So nothing happening this time around. We played 4 full. It's the Orioles 3 and the Yankees nothing. Stepping in, Caleb Joe get his side started in the inning, and Dan, so far they've been stifled offensively since the first inning.
Boy, they sure have, Matt. They came out of the gates and got hot right away, but whatever was going for them pretty much has disappeared. We'll see if they can wake it back up.
Double-barreled action in the Yankee bullpen now. A lefty and a right-hander start to get loose. And he won't bite at that one either. It's 2-0. 2-0 count. Here it comes. There's a knee-high pitch that catches the zone. CC ready with the 2-1. At the knees for a called strike, and it's back to even at 2-2. He's ready with the 2-2 pitch. And now this ball's lifted in the air down the right field line, but this will get back into the seats, so the count holds at 2-2. Here's another 2-2. And this is heading out toward left field, but this is going to get fouled up into the crowd. Ready with another 2-2. And there's a sinker that he just spits on as it misses low.
Now this is what baseball's about. A pitcher and hitter going back and forth. Foul ball, strike, foul ball. I can't wait to see how this ends.
And he's just going to make him throw as many pitches as he can as he fouls another one away, and it's still folded 3-2. Hops this one up just beyond the infield on the right side. Bird backs up a bit and he takes charge for the first out.
Now batting, left fielder.
Digging in once again, Craig Gentry. He singled his last time up. Now the first pitch from CC. And this is popped fouled off to the right and back into the seats. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. High fly ball out to straightaway center. Ellsbury is under it. And he brings it in for the second out of the inning.
Now batting number 10. Center fielder.
So striding forward now, Adam Jones. He comes in 1 for 2 with that home run he hit earlier. And they start him with one high and away for ball 1. The windup and the 1-0 pitch. Now a swing and he just fouls this one away. Here's the 1-1 delivery. And he jumps at a changeup, a swing and a miss.
Well, that'll get your head shaken at the plate. That's a pitch he hasn't used much in this game. Now he throws that for a strike, and you add that to the rest of his repertoire. Man, it's tough to cover them all.
And this is taken for a ball high and tight. 2-2. Now the 2-2 home from Sabathia. And this is fouled back and out of play.
Ooh, that's one he wants back right now. Man, it looked like his timing was perfect. He just didn't barrel it up.
And this is pulled fouled as he was way out in front there. Next pitch will make an even 80 pitches for Sabathia. And again, he's unable to keep it fair, but he's putting together quite a battle at the plate. Another try at 2-2. This is in the air to right. Judge is there, and that ends the inning. 3 up, 3 down for the Orioles. They lead it 3-0. The left-handed power bat of Greg Bird digs in now. He leads off in the bottom of the 5th as they look to break through on the scoreboard for the first time in this one.
Yeah, baseball is a game of adjustments, and it's time they start making some. They don't need to change their entire approach necessarily, but now is maybe when they start thinking about ways to get the guy on the mound out of his rhythm a bit.
Fouled back.
He's clearly looking to hit off the fastball and adjust. That's a pretty good swing after seeing 2 fastballs now in a row.
Hit hard, but foul. And a fastball just a bit up. Even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. Drilled to the right side. And a diving effort there, but it'll come up empty. It's a base hit.
Well, he had a nice streak right there. 10 hitters had retired in a row. That base hit breaks that streak. Let's see how he does out of the stretch. And let's see if the offense puts any pressure on him.
Here's Starlin Castro as the first pitch to him is off the plate for a ball, 1-0. He's 0 for 1 after grounding out in his only trip to the plate so far. And he falls behind now, 2-0.
Clearly they're not trying to give him anything to hit, are they? I mean, everything's away, but he's sitting 2-0. Let's see if he extends and maybe looks outside to drive something.
2-0 count and the pitch. And this one's chopped foul right at home plate.
No runs, 2 hits, and no errors for the Yankees so far.
And this one's in the dirt. No advance here, but it's 3-1 now. He's set. Here's the 3-1. Lifted in the air out to center field. Jones is under it, and he hauls it in for the first out of the inning. And he will scurry back to first as he'll think twice about trying to move up.
Up next for the Yankees.
Here's Didi Gregorius. 0 for 1 for him here in this one. He's set. Here it comes. Takes a look at a slider that catches the inside corner. Oh, 1 count. Here's the pitch. 0-1 is a splitter that misses for the first ball.
Not a surprise to see that low splitter there. Anything with downward movement like that is going to be at the top of the list in a double play situation.
No offer on that one. 2 balls and a strike.
These guys have got to be frustrated as an offensive unit so far in this one. They haven't been able to crack the code on their opponent, but it's not like they're getting great pitches to hit either. This starter has kept the ball on the corners of the zone all game long.
Strike 2 called, and it's even at 2. Runner at first here, 1 man out. And that's swung on and fouled straight back. The 2-2 one more time. Now a ball hit foul off to the right and up into the crowd. The 2-2 one more time. Another one sent foul.
He's just fouling them off till he gets something he wants to hit.
Here's another 2-2. Lifted into center field. Jones has a read on it. 2 down.
Up next for the Yankees.
Matt Holliday standing in now. Comes into this at bat 0 for 1 in the ball game. First delivery to him on the way. A slider that just grabs the outside corner.
Well, he's done a great job on the hill throughout this game, and it's something to be proud of anytime you can pitch a good game in this ballpark, especially when it's not your home ballpark.
Line towards center field. In there, a base hit. Now to the plate, Chase Headley. He's 0 for 1 thus far. And he takes a pitch that's ruled a strike at the knees. Pretty liberal strike zone there. It's 0-1.
Well, there's a first pitch strike. You know, only 50% of the pitches he's thrown first pitch this game have been for a strike. So I'm surprised that he's having as much success so far as he is.
He's ready. Here's the 0-1. Chopped foul at the plate here, and it's 0-2.
Boy, Matt, he's in some kind of groove, and they better get something working because he is 1 pitch away from throwing 5 shutout innings. Talk about dominant work so far.
This is driven to right, and no doubt about it, that one's way out of here. Into the second deck and gone. So it's a 3-run shot to straightaway right field. And with it, the Yankees have tied this one at 3.
Yeah, he is kicking himself right now. He worked his tail off to get out of that jam and was 1 strike away from getting there. And then, boom, all that work goes to waste. from 0 damage to a 3-run homer in the blink of an eye.
Now batting.
Here's big Aaron Judge.
Aaron Judge.
And that misses, ball 1. He was a strikeout victim in his first try. Into his windup. Here comes the 1-0. And ooh, looked like a definite pitcher's pitch there on the inside. 1-1. Here's the pitch. A ball and 2 strikes to count now with the bases empty and 2 away. 2 out, nobody on. And he just gets a piece there as this is chopped foul. Grounder down the line at third. Machado is there. Throw on to Davis takes care of him, and that'll end the inning. Some of our nation's young minds and future leaders here in attendance. Yikes. More from Yankee Stadium in just a moment. Digging in once again, Manny Machado. He'll start things out now in the top half of the 6th.
Manny Machado.
In there, strike 1.
When you're facing this good a hitter, man, that strike 1 becomes so important to get ahead with him and make him think about something else. Now you can control the at bat.
Now a fastball off the plate away, a ball and a strike. Swinging a ball hit on the ground, but a foul ball. 1-2 the count now. Here's Sabathia on 1-2. And he'll try to get him fishing there, but he won't offer in the dirt, and it's back to even at 2-2. The pitch. And he wasn't going to hit that one with an or. The strikeout, and there's 1 gone.
Fooled him just enough with that pitch to get him to go around, according to the umpire. Sometimes it can be really tough for these big, strong guys because once they're committed to swinging, it's hard for them to slow their swings down, and that appeared to be the case there.
Here's Mark Trumbo now. As the first pitch to him is in there for a called strike 1. He's 0 for 2 in the ballgame so far. This is down the left field line, and Gardner won't have a play. It's a foul ball. 0-2 count. Here's the pitch. And the 0-2 here is fought off at the plate, and we'll do it again. Now a swing and a hard hit grounder, but this will be a foul ball, and it's still 0-2.
Well, that's 3 foul balls in a row. He's definitely battling up there.
The next 0-2. Line drive to center field. And that's in for a base hit. Make it a 1 for 3 game so far.
Found himself down 0-2. Battles through these tough pitches right here, and then gets to the 5th pitch. He never gave up, continued to fight, and what do you know? Base hit on the 5th pitch.
Out of the Yankee dugout now is Joe Girardi as he'll head toward the mound. And he's going to make a move. That'll be all tonight for CC Sabathia. He'll depart with our score tied, and he'll still be accountable for the runner at first. And the best he can do is a no decision in this one. Brian Mitchell enters to make an appearance on the mound as he inherits a runner at first with 1 out in the inning. Here's Chris Davis now. And here's a ball hit in the air. Bird onto the grass. He's got it, and there are 2 down now.
I'm sure his eyes lit up when he saw that curveball hanging in the zone, but maybe he tried to do too much with it because basically he hit it straight up. No doubt he wants that pitch back, and the pitcher, he just dodged a bullet.
Jonathan Scope is in for the 3rd time now as he takes a called strike. It's 0-1. Now a fastball runs inside and drills him. Oh, that's gotta hurt.
Well, the good news is this guy can really dial it up and let it fly. The bad news is sometimes he overthrows it and has absolutely no idea where it's going. He's in a little bit of a trouble, so we'll see if he can work his way out of this.
Here's Chris Johnson now. He comes in 0 for 2 thus far. Trying to hang a 0. Here's the pitch. They set the target in, and this finds the inside corner for strike 1. Comes set with the 0-1. Off the plate, 1 ball, 1 strike. Hits are now even at 4 apiece. Hit the target, but this is low, 2-1.
He's got a couple of pitches to deal with right here, but he's starting to lose command of his pitches. It might be time to take a step back and try to refocus on making some good pitches.
He's set, and the 2-1 pitch. To 2-2 now. This is flared out towards second. That's in there. Base hit. Trumbull is on his way home. And this will not be close, and the run will score easily.
2 out, 2 strikes, down to the last strike of the inning, and he's able to hang in there and drive the ball for a base hit. Good job of battling right there.
Here's the shortstop now, J.J. Hardy, as he'll go after the first pitch and bounce it into foul territory. Looking to keep this a 1-run game. The pitch. Swing, line drive. That's going to be trouble. Scope rounds third and is digging for the plate. In to score the runner from second. And a relay home. And he will beat the tag. Safe at the plate.
This thing was a double or more the second it left his bat. He really drove it well, and it ended up one-hopping the wall out there. And more importantly, he picks up 2 RBI along the way.
Standing in now, Caleb Joseph, as he will look at a curveball right on the black. Apparently, it's strike 1. He's hitless in his 2 at-bats so far. He's set. Here's the 0-1. Now a ball pulled hard but fouled off to the left. Working for the punch out and the offering. And he strikes him out here, so he's able to stop the bleeding a bit as this side is retired. So 3 runs on 3 hits, no errors, and a man left. Top of the order due up in the home half of the 6th. It's ready for another. Jacoby Ellsbury. And Dan, he and his fellow top of the order hitters haven't really offered much help for this lineup so far.
No, your 1, 2, 3 guys are the ones you look to generate a lot of action, and they just haven't been up to the task so far in this one. Still time for them to turn it around, though. We'll see if it happens.
Looks like a lefty and a right-hander throwing in the Baltimore bullpen. Now a swing and little pop-up here right behind home plate. And he'll lunge forward to make the catch for the first out.
Brett Gardner.
Ready for another chance? Brett Gardner, 1 for 2 on his line so far in the game. And this pitch is taken on the inner half for strike 1. Bases are empty, 1 man out. And this is drifting foul back into the stands. Here it comes. This is hit the other way out toward left field. Gentry will drift over to his right a few steps as he takes it for the second out.
Now batting.
Digging in to try it again. Gary Sanchez. Third trip to the plate for him here tonight. 0 for 2 at this point. Well hit, but also well fouled into the seats in left. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. One and one.
One strike.
From the windup, the 1-1 pitch. Got a big pass at a slider that gets past him. One and two, here it comes. And he lays off a pitch outside as they draw even at 2-2.
So he threw the slider darting away to him 2 times in a row. Now I don't think he'll go for it.
And we'll have to leave it there as this is strike 3, and that will retire the side. 1, 2, 3 go the Bombers. They're still doubled up. It's 6-3. Back here in the Bronx, Orioles leading this one through 6 as we take a look at our game summary to this point. Here's Craig Gentry. He's singled in 2 trips to the plate thus far.
Gentry
takes a look at one catching the outside corner. The 0-1 pitch. A fastball that he's way out in front of. A swing and a miss. And he chased it in the dirt. Sanchez goes to get it, and the throw is there to record the first out. Adam Jones will stand in here, but before he does, let's take you back to the very first inning. This was a 2-run home run right out of the gate that really got these guys off to a fast start. First pitch coming. Here it is. And that pitch catches the inside corner. 1 out, nobody on. Tapper up the line. That winds up foul for the second strike. The windup and the 0-2 pitch. And certainly no offer at that one. It's 1-2. A ball and 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. Lifted in the air to center field. Ellsbury is under it, and he makes the catch for the second out.
The third baseman, number 13.
Here's Manny Machado now. No hits in 3 tries so far. He's struck out once. Into the windup and the pitch. Swing and a line drive. Foul. Now here's the pitch. And a pitch in the dirt as he lays off. It's 1-1. And the pitch. And this is going to be a foul ball. Ready to deliver the 1-2. This is line to left. And that finds some outfield grass. It's a base hit. So a great job on a 1-2 pitch to keep the inning alive.
That ball's right in his wheelhouse. You may as well take out a tee, set the ball right there, and say hit it as hard as you can, because that's what he did.
Stepping in and ready for another shot, Mark Trumbo.
He gets a shot to hit here in the inning following the 2-out single.
Yeah, and that hit might not amount to much, but anytime you can extend an inning and give a guy with plenty of pop a chance to swing it, the outlook of an inning changes dramatically.
And a check swing here, but he clearly went around on a pitch that would have been a strike anyway. It's 0-1. Here's one that misses high. It's 1-1. A 1-1 count. Here's the pitch.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
In the dirt here. And he'll make it into scoring position here with 2 away, as that'll be scored a wild pitch. Here's the 1-2 delivery. Curveball that time, not even close.
I think if he executes that pitch on the corner instead of off of it, he probably gets some pretty weak contact, if anything. He jammed him pretty hard on the previous pitch, so my bet was he was going to try to cheat on the inside part, thinking it might be coming again.
Tack on another here as the runner scores from second.
Well, that's a big hit. It's late in the game. That puts you up 4 runs. What happens late in the game now with a 4-run lead? A grand slam can't beat you if you happen to give one up. That's a big run.
Into the box now, Chris Davis, as he'll watch a first pitch curveball drop in there for strike 1. He's working on a 1 for 3 thus far. That misses wide. 1 ball and 1 strike.
This is one of those, I have a lot of respect for you at bats right here. He hasn't thrown a fastball yet. Right there, a little backdoor curveball that just missed. He's really pitching careful.
Here's the 1-1. Oh, and look out as this runs in and gets him. The second man he's plunked in this one.
Whoa, he looks a little frustrated out there, and I don't blame him. He gives up a couple of hits early inning, and then he plunks this guy. He's fighting himself a little bit, so they might want to head out to the mound and try to calm him down.
Here's Jonathan Scope now. Now a check swing, but he makes contact and hits it out in front of the plate. Throw to first will get him easily, and the side is retired. It's a run on 2 hits here for Baltimore. 7th inning stretch time now here in the Bronx. It's the Orioles 7 and the Yankees 3. At the plate, Greg Bird. A hit in 2 tries so far. And we see a lefty and a right-hander start to loosen up in the bullpen. And that's high for a ball, 1-0.
That's a good take on that fastball there. You know he's looking for something up there to drive, but that was just a little above his happy zone. Not everyone has the discipline to hold back on those.
Here's the 1-1 pitch. Called strike over the outside corner. Set to deal on a ball and 2 strikes. Splitter, 2-2. Swung on and missed. Really fooled him that time for the first out. Here's Starlin Castro. He started out the evening 0 for 2 so far.
Second baseman.
Into the windup and the pitch. And a ball, 1-0. Ready with the 1-0 pitch. And there's a pitch that just misses the inside corner. Hitters count. Here's the 2-0 pitch. And that one right down Main Street.
He just took a fastball right down the middle, 2-0. He must have been sitting on a breaking pitch, because you don't take that unless you are.
Hit down the third baseline. And that finds its way through for a base hit. He'll get it into second. And he'll reach second now with 1 away.
There's no question he's been struggling at the dish lately, trying to do anything to get himself going. So he's got to feel pretty good after that double. Not to take anything away from him, but I think I could have probably hit that pitch.
Yeah, that's one of those gift pitches, not the location he was shooting for. Here's Didi Gregorius as he swings and misses at a first pitch fastball. 0-1. 0 for 2 from him so far in this one. Outside for a ball, 1-1. 1 out and a runner on second base. And a check swing here as he couldn't help himself, and it's ruled strike 2. Has a look, now the pitch. Fastball, strike 3 called as he couldn't pull the trigger, and there are 2 away.
It's never a good look to strike out looking, but it's way worse when you do it with a guy in scoring position. Those are the times you really want to see a guy battle and at least put the ball in play.
Matt Holliday standing in now as he will take strike 1 on the fastball here. No balls and a strike. 1 for 2 in the ball game thus far. Swing and a liner, but foul. 2 out here and a runner at second. And this one gets away. And he's going to make it up to third here as he advances on the wild pitch.
That can be a tough read as a runner on second to see if the ball has gotten away enough to move to third. You have to be sure you can make it. He was there, and now he's only 90 feet away.
And this one gets away. And a nice job to keep the runners at bay as the count moves to 2-2. Ready on 2 balls and 2 strikes. Here it comes. And now a soft liner to the left side. The men on third with 2 down. Hit hard to the right side, but foul. So we'll see if he can straighten that out. Ready with another 2-2. Chop foul over towards the dugout. Another 2-2 offering. Sent on the ground out to second. Scope is there. Throw in the dirt, but a good scoop at first saves an error as the side is retired. Starting to run out of innings here as they are unable to cut into the deficit. We'll look ahead to inning number 8 now. The Orioles lead it 7-3. Adam Warren, the bullpen, as he'll do so to start the 8th.
Number 43. Adam
Here's Chris
Warren.
Johnson now. He'll have the first crack at it here as we start inning number 8.
Leading off for the Orioles, the designated hitter, Chris.
On to the
Johnson.
8th here as a slider is taken to begin the at-bat. It's ball 1. In front of the changeup there as this is chopped foul at home plate. From the windup, the 1-1 pitch. And he'll come back with 1 in the dirt as the count moves to 2-1 now. Pitch on the way. Fastball, and looks like they're pinching him a bit here. It's 3-1. J.J. Hardy waits on deck. Hit well down the left field line, but back into the crowd. Foul. He's ready. Now the payoff pitch. And a good take there will net him a base runner as it's ball 4 now to start the 8th inning.
I know one thing. He earned that free pass right there.
2.
He was tempted with some
Shortstop,
really good pitches, but he stayed
Hardy.
disciplined and drew the walk.
And it looks like the Yankees will have a left-hander up and throwing in the bullpen. J.J. Hardy is at the plate now, and he takes a cold strike. A runner at first with no outs here. And a fastball way off target here, and it's even at 1. Here it comes on 1-1. A cold strike on the inside corner. And he wasn't going to hit that one with an or. The strikeout, and there's 1 gone. Ready once again, Caleb Joseph. No hits in 3 tries so far. He's struck out once. He's set, and the pitch. Sends that one out of play for strike 1. Oh and 1, here it comes. And that's inside off the plate with the fastball. It's 1-1.
That's not an easy pitch to do anything with, right? 96 miles an hour in on the hands. You almost have to be looking for that pitch to be able to do anything with that.
Runners on first with 1 down. Tried to get him to chase the curveball away, but it breaks outside. 2-2 now. And this is fouled straight back. Now he gets on top of one here and chops it foul right at home plate.
That is the fourth foul ball of this AB right here. He's seeing a lot of pitches.
Outside and a full count, 3-2.
Hey, not a bad time right here to put that runner in motion. 3-2 count. You send the runner, and if it's a bad pitch, it's ball 4.
He's set. Here's the 3-2. Swing and a looper to left. Gardner has it in his sights. 2 gone. And he will scurry back to first as he'll think twice about trying to move up. Here's Craig Gentry. He went down on strikes last time up.
Craig Gentry.
First pitch coming. Here it is. Takes a look down at the knees for a strike. Here comes the 0-1. Big swing and a miss at the fastball, and he's behind in the count 0-2.
You hate facing a guy with this many pitches in his repertoire, and now you go down 0-2. You have no idea what he's going to throw.
A swing and a miss. That retires the side, and that will do it. 1 left for the Orioles, but they lead it by 4. It's 7-3. Vidal Nuno is on to pitch out of the bullpen in the bottom half of the 8th.
Number 54, Vidal Nuno.
Chase Headley will be the first one to greet him, as he'll have to turn around and bat from the right side of the plate here.
Yankees. Third baseman.
Now a swing and a miss.
Headley.
Took something off that one, and it's strike 1. The windup and the 0-1. It's a high fly ball headed for the left field corner. If it stays fair, it's gone. Nearly a big fly to start the inning. Instead, a foul ball. The windup and the 0-2 pitch. And a ball popped foul to the right side, out of play. Set to deliver on 0-2. Here it comes. Breaking ball, and he gets him to chase it in the dirt. And he makes the throw to first. Headley is retired, and there's one away.
99.
And now a right-hander up and throwing in the Baltimore bullpen. Fly ball out to straightaway right. Trumbo has a read on it, makes the play, and there are 2 gone now. Here's the center fielder, Jacoby Ellsbury, and they're down to their final 4 outs here, Dan.
Yeah, that's not looking too good for them right now, Matt. They've got a significant hill to climb, but they've got to take it one bat at a time. A couple of guys get on, and then who knows what could happen.
The windup and the 1-0 pitch.
That's ball 2.
And that one stayed up a little high. Lifetime numbers against Vidal Nuno, 0 for 7. Down low, and the plot thickens here, 3-0. Brett Gardner would be next if they can keep this inning alive. And he finally gets this one over for strike 1. Line towards center field. Jones is going to have room out there as he puts this away to retire the side. So the Yanks go 1-2-3. They're down 4. It's 7-3. The beautiful views of Manhattan at night. Welcome back to this MLB Network broadcast from right here in the Big Apple. Jason Shreve enters from the pen to start the 9th inning as he'll try to keep the score right where it is heading to the bottom of the 9th.
Leading off for Baltimore, center fielder number 10.
9th inning underway now as the first pitch is taken for a cold strike. Set to deliver the 0-1. Here's a fastball that crowds him a bit, and it's 1-1. There's a swing and a ball lifted to left, but back in the seats, out of play. It's 1-2. Here he comes on a ball and 2 strikes. And the fastball easy to lay off that time, 2-2. The 2-2 coming now to Jones. Changeup misses, and it's full 3-2. And this pitch misses here. It's ball 4, and they've got a leadoff base runner aboard to start the 9th. Digging in and looking for more, Manny Machado. He scored after reaching on a single in his last time up. A fastball here as he'll take a look at ball 1, 1-0.
Seems like he's just lost the strike zone these last several pitches. He's got a walk, and that pitch right there, that wasn't even close.
A changeup that just catches the bottom of the zone for a strike. No offer on that one. 2 balls and a strike.
Boy, not exactly what you'd like as a pitcher. One of the keys is to minimize your pitches, attack the strike zone early, a lot of deep counts, and working himself into a lot of trouble.
And that'll get down for a base hit. And now they'll have runners at the corners to start off the inning.
Little soft liner to center field. That's when you sit there and go, oh, finally, I got a break.
Trumbo.
Here's Mark Trumbo now. As the first pitch to him is a changeup that can't find the zone. It's ball 1. 2 hits in 4 attempts to this point. A 1-0 delivery. Out of play off to the right. It's 1-1. Here's the 1-1 pitch. And this one's hit on the ground, but foul. Ready on 1-2. Fouled back. Runners at the corners here. Nobody out. And 2-2. Even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. And a neck-high fastball that time.
No pitcher likes to take the count to 3-2, especially when you throw a non-competitive pitch like that on 2-2. That one wasn't even close.
Ready to deliver the full count pitch. Ripped down the first base line. He dives, but he can't pull it in, and it's down the line into right. In to score the runner from third. So much of this game is situational hitting, guys. Nice job there.
Yeah, you've got to find a way to pick your teammates up when you're given the chance, and he doesn't try to do too much right here. He just takes what's there. Safely on second, and his buddy is high-fiving teammates in the dugout.
Here's Chris Davis now. He hits here in a spot where he might be able to put this one out of reach.
Yeah, Matt, down 5, another run across here could very well put the nail in the coffin. Mentally, they might still feel like they've got a shot if they could get out of this jam, though. He struggled a bit coming out of the bullpen here, so he needed that strike. Maybe it settles him down a little bit.
On its way, the 0-1 pitch. A swing and a miss just out in front of that fastball.
Well, the first 2 pitches are interesting. Both away from the left-hander. Will he bust him back in and challenge him? It's going to be a good at-bat to watch.
0-2, here it is. Ball swung on and hit high down the line in left, but it'll get back in among the crowd, so the count holds at 0-2. Hard liner to center field, and that's in there. Base hit, and the runner from third crosses the plate. And the second run will score as well.
Well, you just keep adding on. That's how you win games, and he's a big part of it right here. That's his 3rd RBI, and they extend the lead in this ball game.
Into the box, Jonathan Scope. As the first pitch misses to him, it's ball 1. He could really use a knock here. 0 for 3 in the game so far. Called strike at the knees. 1-1. He's set. Here comes the 1-1.
Ball 2.
2-1.
Well, I think he just kind of lost focus on the mound right there. It's clearly not going his way, and he's thinking more about that than the task at hand. And right now he needs to think about this hitter.
On a good pitch there, had him stretching to get out there, and it's 2-2 now.
Wow, not sure what that was, but talking about having your mind made up you're going to swing before the pitcher even throws a pitch. I don't know how you swing at that pitch.
Swung on and missed. He didn't even come close to contact on a ball way out of the zone. 1 out.
Well, that's just a quality pitch right there.
Now
The location was excellent because if it's put in play, there's a good chance it's on the ground for a double play. And, hey, a strikeout always works, too.
Stepping in now, Chris Johnson. And here's a ball hit in the air. And that's in there. Base hit.
The batter,
Standing
2.
in, J.J. Hardy. He was sat down on strikes in his last at-bat. From the belt, the pitch. Left side. And that's through into left, a base hit. On to the third baseman, but it's off the mark.
He's been looking really good. Another hit, another multi-hit game. This hot streak has been really fun to watch him perform.
Standing in now, Caleb Joseph, as he'll take a look at ball 1. Struggling so far in this one and looking to erase his 0 for 4 ball game right here. He's ready. Here's the 1-0. And looked like ball 2 below the knees, but it's ruled a strike, and that evens the count at 1-1. Bases are loaded here. 1 man out. And he takes one off the inside corner for ball 2.
Well, when the pressure starts to intensify, it often feels like the strike zone gets harder and harder to hit. This is a big spot here.
Now a swing and a chopper foul right at home plate. The 2-2 pitch. And this misses, so it'll set up a big pitch coming up. It's full 3-2.
For the guy on the mound, this is one of those innings where nothing comes easy. He's thrown a bunch of pitches, and this AB hasn't been any different. Definitely laboring at the moment.
Swing and a liner. And from deep in the hole, a jump throw to second. Throw to first, not in time as the run is across to score.
I'll tell you, they're posting video game numbers here. I mean, that's their 11th run of the game, and they're showing no signs of slowing down. Just an absolute onslaught from this offense.
Ready now, Craig Gentry. He struck out swinging in his last trip to the plate. First pitch on its way. Right on the corner, a fastball that he takes for a strike.
Getting that first pitch strike is really important when you're dealing with the bases loaded behind you. Good job to give himself the advantage there.
He's ready. Here's the 0-1. Now a ball hit hard toward first, but this is speared by the first baseman.
Now batting number 10, center fielder Adam Jones.
Riding in once again, Adam Jones. And he's got ducks on the pond, as they say, looking to add to his team's already sizable lead. From the stretch. And he takes ball 1. The 1-0 delivery. And this one gets away. The runners will hold, but meanwhile the count moves to 2-0. I'm no pitching coach, but it doesn't look like he's finishing his pitches here. That misses high, ball 3.
Well, nothing can make you question yourself on that mound more than 3 straight balls to a guy you know that you should go right after. Sometimes you just lose the strike zone and you don't know why.
4 runs here in this half inning. Oh, and Jones gets under this one and sends a high fly ball to deep left field. Gone! It's a grand slam. So he will touch them all on the grand slam, his second of the game, as they just continue to pour it on here. That home run is definitely worth giving the show track treatment to. And as we look at it, not only an impressive distance shot, but the 110 miles an hour exit velocity is nothing to scoff at either. That's a big boy home run. Here's Manny Machado now. He reached on a single last time and later wound up scoring.
Manny Machado.
There's a knee-high pitch that catches the zone.
Man, he's flirting with danger. He gave up a home run on that very same pitch, and this time he comes right back with it in another dangerous location. He better be careful.
And he misses with it, 1-1. Even at a ball and a strike, here's the pitch. Tough slider over the inside corner for a strike. 1-2, here it comes. And now a pitch hit sharply on the ground. But this is a foul ball as the count holds steady at 1-2. And this is fouled back and out of play.
I like the pitch right there. Got him to chase a fastball out of the zone. I'd come back with it again.
The 1-2 pitch. And strike three there as they'll finally work out of the inning as the side is retired. Big inning for them, though, as they bat around and score 8 times to open up this lead even further. We'll head now to the bottom of the 9th. The Orioles are on top, 15-3. Here's Brett Gardner now. He leads off this half inning in what they hope will be a rebuttal to all those runs they just gave up.
Well, Matt, I think mentally they need to get 1 or 2 of these runs back right here. Just getting on the board after getting socked in the mouth by the opposing team can lift the team up a bit. We'll see if they can string something together.
And a pitch in the dirt as he lays off. It's 1-1. Pitch on the way. This one's flared out toward left. Gentry over to his right, looks it into his glove, and there's one gone.
Now batting, catcher, Gary Sanchez.
Digging in, Gary Sanchez. No hits in 3 tries so far. He's struck out once. First pitch coming. Here it is. A fastball off the plate away. It's ball 1. Into his windup. Here comes the 1-0. Fastball down near the shoe tops. Bases are empty. 1 man out. Chopped weakly to the left. On to first in time, and the Yankees are down to their final out now.
Well executed two-seamer on the outside corner that time, and that's what you'll get a lot of with that pitch. He rolled right over it.
The left-handed power bat of Greg Bird digs in now. He's got a hit in 3 at-bats to this point. There's a fastball to start him off, but that misses for ball 1. Here it comes, 1-0. Hit hard on the ground to the right, and this will get through into right, and he's aboard with a single.
Well, that's why you grind out every at bat. You don't want the game to end on your watch. He gets the base hit, extends it, and we'll see what happens the rest of the way out.
Castro.
Into the box now, Starlin Castro, as he'll try to hold back on the swing, but he went around for the first strike. He's working on a 1 for 3 thus far. The 0-1 on its way. Fastball misses inside. It's even at 1. 2 out with the man at first. And he'll look at a fastball here that's close, but it's 2-1 now. Set to deliver on 2-1. Never tempted to swing at that ball down low. It's ball 3. Didi Gregorius would be next if they can keep this inning alive. This is hit sharply to the left side. In there, a base hit.
Breaking his heart, Matt. Breaking his heart. You got 2 quick outs. He's thinking he's going to cruise through this thing, and now look at it. Boom, boom. Base hits coming back at you. That's why you have to complete the inning.
Here's Didi Gregorius as he will take a fastball in there at the knees for strike 1. He's hitless in 3 at-bats to this point. Now the 0-1. Next pitch, chop foul right at home plate, and he's behind 0-2 now. And a curveball that started low and broke lower. Ball 1.
Those 0-2 curveballs are really tough for guys to lay off. There's a reason it's such a common pitch in that count, but he did well to spit on it there.
Has them down to their final strike. Here it comes. And he'll stay alive here as this is chopped foul at the plate. It'll remain 1-2. 1-2. Here it comes. And that slider's almost in the dirt.
Now that was a good pitch to lay off. When it starts on the outside half of the plate, that slider right there, you know it's going to continue to run off the plate.
Here's the 2-2. Not where he wanted that fastball to be, and it's 3-2 now.
Matt, this is a big pitch right here. They're putting together a nice little small rally. He's got to throw a strike right here and make him swing the bat.
Looking to wiggle out of this. Here it is. He spoils another one, and will do it again. The 3-2 one more time. Now a swing and a fly ball. Trumbo has a read on it. Makes the catch, and that's the ball game.
Well, that wasn't exactly a nail biter, but it's always nice when you can get an offensive explosion like that and save your closer for another day. A comfortable victory.
15-3 the final score. The Baltimore Orioles slugged their way to victory with 15 hits. So that just about does it for Harold Reynolds, the lefty Dan Plesac, and the rest of our crew. I'm Matt Vasgersian. Thanks for watching MLB Network.
The winning pitcher is Kevin Gossman. The loss goes to CC Sabathia. Time of the ball game, 4 hours and 2 minutes. Our paid attendance here tonight at Yankee Stadium, 53,325. The Yankees thank you for attending and remind you to please drive home safely.